Hello and welcome back to Kayfabe Krimes, and today we're going to be booking the Money in the Bank cash-ins. Look, we just got two Money in the Bank winners, Nikki Ash, who I was very surprised won that match. I was completely thinking it would be Alexa Bliss, and also Big E, who was my pick for winning the Money in the Bank. It just made sense. That man is world champion material. He should be a world champion in the near future, and I think he will be. So we're left in a slightly difficult situation where both of her Money in the Bank winners are faces at this point, obviously, but right now they're faces, and I don't see either of them going heel, frankly, in the near future. So let's start off with the one I am slightly unsure about. The person who surprised me that they won the Money in the Bank, Nikki Ash. So Nikki obviously has this new superhero gimmick where it's weird. I see various different opinions. Like, the crowd didn't really pop for her last night when she came out, but they were kind of popping for her winning. But again, she won Money in the Bank. The online reception to her is mixed. Some people like it, some people hate it, some people think it's so cheesy, very childish, although WWE is trying to appeal to a child's audience because they can sell merch to them more so. However, I don't mind it. I think it needs a little bit more work to be really like, I get it. Like, right now she's Hurricane level, and that's not saying anything bad about the Hurricane. I loved the Hurricane growing up. But Hurricane wasn't world champion. Hurricane wasn't big title winner. Hurricane was IC title, US title. I think the way you go about doing it with Nikki is, I think, similar to people like, kind of like how Dolph Ziggler did it when he won. It's either gonna be on a Raw. I think she's on Raw, isn't she? If she remains on Raw, it'll be the Raw after a pay-per-view. The champion, probably a heel. Maybe Charlotte's champion right now. Champion's gonna come out. They're gonna be kind of beat up. Maybe they're gonna end up in a brawl with the challenger during that period. Probably gonna write off the heel for a while. They're beaten up. Nikki comes out, cashes in her Money in the Bank. Big pop there from the crowd because everyone loves a Money in the Bank cash in. She comes out, cashes it in, and wins the title there. She'll hit one of her finishes, which I don't remember what it is. I think she has a new one from her new gimmick. She hits one finisher and wins, or maybe two, depending on how badly the heel is beaten up from before, or the night before, or from the brawl they've just been in. Alternatively, she will cash in after the heel wins a title match. I may be going towards the Raw cash-in, mostly because WWE Raw's numbers are down, so it might be good to get to cash in and people will watch it. So that's what I'm thinking for Nikki Ash. Kind of a very conventional Money in the Bank cash-in. It's kind of strange because a lot of the time when you're a face, you don't want them doing a dastardly thing. But if it's a heel that has really like a lot of heel heat, so Charlotte, perfect example. Although the match she put on yesterday with Rhea Ripley was a barn burner and got a lot of appreciation from the crowd. So, and even in that match, I was feeling, apart from the finish, like it felt like a Rock Hogan feeling where like Charlotte was kind of getting the crowd more on her side, but then at the ending she was full heel. So I think if the heel is hated enough, then it's okay to cash in on them. It's just finding that balance and that space for your face to come in and cash in, because you don't want your face to be dastardly, because it's not what you don't want your face to do an edge on John Cena at the end of New Year's Revolution after the Elimination Chamber. You don't want that. You want the heel to maybe have just cheated to win, or the heel to be like running down the crowd being very dickish. That's when you want your face to cash in. Dean Ambrose cashing in was Moxley was like one of the best cash-ins, I believe, but that story was a completely different thing because all three members of the Shield. Now for the men's cash-in, Big E, there's only one thing Big E should be doing. He's cashing that in full face. He's telling the champion, I want a Money in the Bank match. I'm cashing in my title shot at, frankly, in my opinion, WrestleMania. He goes, in my head, Bobby Lashley is still champion by Mania. Who's going to beat him? Like, there's no one really on Raw who you think could beat Bobby Lashley. Like, Finn's on SmackDown now as well. Obviously, this is before a draft, but Drew can't face Bobby. Bobby just destroyed Kofi yesterday. Apparently, they're bringing in Goldberg to face Bobby. Hopefully, Goldberg doesn't do that doesn't work for me, brother, and puts himself over, because God, he did that with the Fiend, and he already ate a loss this year. I think I'm pretty sure he lost to Drew at a pay-per-view. I can't remember, but I think he did. I don't know if it was Drew, but I know Goldberg lost one match this year. It might have been the Rumble, but I do not want Goldberg to pick up that title. So Bobby's holding that title until WrestleMania. Big E's going to be on SmackDown or Raw somehow. Either the draft or the winner of the Rumble will be a SmackDown competitor. They'll face Roman, and then Big E will be like, you know what, I'm going to cash in my Money in the Bank on Bobby Lashley, because that's the story I want to tell. He cashed it in on Bobby Lashley. He says, Bobby, I'm going to face you at WrestleMania. I'm going to avenge Kofi, because they'll harken back to Kofi getting destroyed just now at Money in the Bank. Bobby's going to tear through everyone. Keep Kofi off TV for like a month now as well. Like, just, God, he destroyed him. Cash it in on Bobby. WrestleMania. I'm hoping they do Mania over 2 nights. I'll be frank, I prefer that. Let's say it's WrestleMania night 1. It's either going to be the main event or the opener. Big E versus Bobby Lashley. Big E wins in a hard-fought contest against Bobby. Total utter face move. Like, you've got this thing which gives you the most dastardly thing you can do, and you're like, nah, I'm going to tell you in advance. I'm going to tell you like 2 months in advance. Not a John Cena telling someone a week in advance. He's telling them like a month beforehand that he wants to face him. Big E goes over clean. I mean, as clean as a whistle as you can. Obviously, I think if MVP is still with Bobby, MVP is going to try and interfere, but you'll have Xavier or Kofi to deal with MVP, much like it was with Kofi versus Daniel Bryan, I believe. Basically, you're telling a very similar story, and then he beats him. It's amazing. Massive pop for Big E, because Big E is like one of the most over dudes in wrestling, and also he's just exudes world champion energy. And yeah, that's how I think Big E should cash in his Money in the Bank. Like, total face, 100%, kind of like what they were going to do with Mr. Kennedy at WrestleMania. Just do it, man. Like, if you want to build Big E into a massive star, that's it. Big E's already Big E's already a Hall of Famer with the New Day, but I think he could be like a Ric Flair or a Shawn Michaels, where 2-time Hall of Famer. Frankly, that's what I'm thinking. But let me know in the comments down below what you think about my Nikki Ash and Big E cash-in scenarios. I'd love to know what you think. Like, subscribe, share the video, and I hope you watch some great wrestling today. This is going to go up before Raw, just in case Nikki cashes in.